Good afternoon. I'm going to read from a prepared speech here. My name is Acting Deputy Chief Steve Barlow, the Calgary Police Service. In order to protect the integrity of the independent investigation into this incident by the Alberta Serious Incident Response Team, I am very limited in what I can say. What I can tell you is that at approximately 11:30 p.m. on Monday, April 9th, 2018, an on-duty plainclothes member of the Calgary Police Service was taking his break in his unmarked police service vehicle near the intersection of 2nd Avenue and 6th Street Northeast. During this time, an unexpected confrontation occurred between the officer and a man who is allegedly armed. This confrontation resulted in the officer discharging his service firearm. First aid was provided, but the man died at the scene. The deceased male, who was in his late 20s, has been identified and was previously known to police. While we are aware of the circumstances that are believed to have surrounded the encounter, the service is not at liberty to provide details or explain the use of force at this time in order to protect the integrity of the ASIRT investigation. We need to allow the investigators time to identify any and all potential witnesses and give them the opportunity to properly interview those witnesses before further details are made public. More answers about this investigation will be made available to the public as ASIRT's investigation proceeds, and we ask the public for patience while ASIRT completes their important work. The involved member has been with the Calgary Police Service for over 11 years. He was not injured during the incident and has been placed on a standard 30-day administrative leave to give him time to process the incident in a healthy manner before returning to work. As a police service, we continue to be concerned about the unpredictability and often dangerous situations our officers are encountering. Our members are well trained in the use of force and de-escalation techniques. They do an outstanding job of using this training to deal with the volatile situations they regularly face. In all cases, we take it very seriously when an officer are placed in situations where they believe they are facing death or grievous bodily harm. I want both our members and the public to know that our officers have the service's full support when they believe they use lethal force. Questions?
Can you give any more information just about the man who was killed last night? Just any kind of history, what kind of history with police?
I can't get into the details for the protection of his own privacy, but I can say that he was known to the police.
Like, can you say even what kind, like for how long he's been in Calgary for?
I actually don't have those details myself.
Was he known to the undercover officer?
Not that I understand, and again, that would be something that'll be worked out in the investigation.
What drew the officer's attention to the suspect?
Those are getting into questions that are for the protection of the officer and the process. It wouldn't be fair for me to get into those details.
So is this person a suspect or person of interest in that officer's investigation, or was he completely separate from whatever that officer was doing?
Again, this officer was on a break at the time, and if I was to get into those details, it wouldn't be fair for the officer himself for the process. He needs to be able to come forward with his own statement, and that would also get into part of the investigation that is strictly falls under ASIRT.
Like on a, sorry, you said it was like a lunch break that he was on?
Yes, he was on a break.
And he was in the area because?
Well, I mean, he's in the area doing his job, but he wasn't in the specific area of where he was working at the time.
Can you say anything about what led to the confrontation?
I don't have any information on that, and again, that unfortunately that does get into ASIRT's realm. The one thing I would say when we're dealing with a situation like this, the process, as you probably understand, we have very limited people that we understand right now are witnesses, and it wouldn't be fair to the member to come forward with any information that we are assuming took place. that is up to the officer and being able to come forward during the investigation.
Do we know if the offender had any history of mental health or drug addiction issues?
Again, that's not something I'd be able to get into.
And so, sorry, you said there's limited witnesses, so was there somebody who did witness all of this, or was it caught on any kind of like police, recording or anything like that?
I don't have any information that would lead me down that road.
Was there, nobody witnessed it then?
At this point, again, that's ASIRT's part of their investigation. I don't ask them about their investigation, so I don't know if they have other witnesses. I know they are always going to be looking for witnesses, and as I stated in the earlier part of my statement, that's exactly what's taking place.
This happening so close in the heels to the previous other incidents over this year and everything else, how does it make the police officers in Calgary feel? How does it make you feel? How does it, I guess, what goes through your mind in talking about this?
Our officers are put into difficult situations almost every day. And because of that, when it comes to feelings part of this, I feel for my officers and the risk that they put themselves through every single day in their job. I think that I believe that they are given excellent training, and with that training, they use those tools to de-escalate and do their job effectively every day.
In the last 3 years, I've been to more police-involved shootings than in the prior 29 years of my career. What's happening over the last 3 years?
I think it would be hard to speculate, but I think that we are dealing with many new situations that officers have not been confronted with before. We are a very large city of 1.2 million people. We are seeing more weapons on the street than we have seen before. And all of those contributing factors would be things that guide us down this road, which is very unfortunate.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.